You see how they smile as a people? You see how they smile as a it can't even talk right now, your mouth so stuff. Yes, people, they fed us this morning. Thank you, Le Petit. But yes, Charlotte, I know you're watching from where you are right now, and we just want to wish you all the best. I mean, we hope that everything's fine and that things get better soon. Good morning to Michelle from Facebook jail. You know why. 24 hours in there. And no big winds. We did not oversleep, all right? The rain, they come down away right now.
Everybody knows what rain
Wash
is, like
the
technical
soul.
difficulties sometimes, and
Yeah.
things move a little slower.
I mean, like right now, we can't even see the monitor how we stand. So people, if you catch, we did some off things today.
Just know that, you know, it's all in showbiz, it's all in media.
But yes, let's get into our coach talk run.
Yeah, so our first topic to discuss is what we consider a mysterious death of Mr. Jermaine Patnett. What is interesting about this is it is considered allegedly a hit and run. However, the family is claiming too as well that they believe there's some kind of foul play in this overall situation. What's hard to understand for them is, like, you know, it was kind of a John Doe situation at first where they did not know who the person was that got hit.
Yeah.
And it's basically he was able to be identified by his tattoos.
Yes.
Going further into detail, this is not the first death, not the second that they've had in their family.
Fifth.
It's the fifth, yeah. And so because of that, it's been a very extremely hard point where, you know, everybody's taking the death so hard because he's a very hardworking father of 4.
Yeah.
And, you know, not understanding what could happen. Apparently, he's one of those people, he does construction, and he sometimes walks home
From
Belize City to Ladyville.
Yeah.
I don't know why I think Hattieville. I know something got wrong in my head. Sorry. But, yeah, so it's very unfortunate. The family, of course, this morning, we give our condolences, our blessings to the family. This is hard. Of course, I'm hoping there's going to be further investigation to see what really comes from it, because, you know, even just the way how it happened, the hit and run kind of thing.
Right. It
feels fishy.
You know what? To actually hit and run in the place where they actually found him, a hit and run and landing that far away.
You know, add up.
You know, add up. Something is off with the whole situation.
Yeah,
so the family is sensing something is off as well. So this is why they're claiming mysterious circumstances around his death. But
Definitely.
yes, again, heartfelt condolences to the Patnett family on that.
Definitely.
Yeah.
As we move right along to something where I'm hoping people are paying a lot of attention to, we had a while back a conversation about blood donation. You know how important it is. There was a National Blood Donation Day, to be exact, where they were, you know, for the entire week they were trying to encourage people to donate blood. But we do understand too as well, if you donate blood today, you know, that's only valid for about 30 days.
Yes,
and so
that was mind-blowing.
Kind of new for me to understand. And all this background information just to go into Cory Martells, his need for blood right now. He is one of the BDF soldiers that was unfortunately in the accident after returning from the funeral for one of the BDF. I'm forgetting her name at this. Miss Misha, yes.
Yeah.
And so what's interesting about this is, you know, he can't get any positive blood. He has AB negative, if I'm
which
not
is a
mistaken.
very rare blood type.
Yes, so right now, if you do blood donations, they're only accepting the negatives.
AB negative only.
Yeah.
They only have 4 pints of blood, and they actually need 8 or more.
Because in case something happens, they need to have blood too as well on standby.
Yes.
I actually know Cory. He's gone to our church numerous times. He plays. What's so sad about this, because when he actually posted on Facebook, you know, he's not one of those people that really call out like that for help. Obviously, it's a desperate and hard time for him because, of course, you know, he was scheduled for his surgery to have that be postponed. You can't imagine, you know, he's a person that gets wrong. Like his mom mentioned, he really is like one of those independent people on the go, doing his thing, you know, whatever it is, whether it be music, whether it be, you know, with his friends or whatever. And it's so hard to be in a hospital bed because he can't really move for himself properly.
And the mother was speaking as well as to the extent of the injuries. He can't even sit upright.
Yeah.
Because if he sits upright, he puts unnecessary strain on the leg that was broken.
And you can imagine, you know, going from independence, moving how you want to move, to being in a hospital bed, can't even sit up properly. And then now you feel like, oh my gosh, I get a surgery, and then it has to be postponed due for a whole next
Yes,
week, hoping
yeah.
that somebody out there hears this plea that they can be able to donate blood because he really needs it. You know, he's been too long off his foot and he wants to get to the road of healing and recovery, and we
That's
really are pleading.
That's mental
It's
anguish.
hard. It's
That's mental
hard. And
anguish,
also,
yeah.
I'm sure people, you know, many people can relate to the fact of just being in a hospital bed. Like, that can be very depressing.
Yes,
That
yes.
could send you into a whole dark place too as well, to be there and knowing that, you know, you can't move how you want to move. And
Like
you
I said,
just-
it's
the
mental
sick-
anguish. You're used to a lifestyle, and then you end up, because of an unfortunate incident, in this state that you can't even move
Yeah.
without hurting yourself.
Yeah.
That is something, the pressure is on.
I don't wish it on anybody, and I'm really hoping that people out there that, you know, if I'm not mistaken, because I know you said AB, but I think it's all negative blood types that can be donated, if I'm not mistaken. That's what I read. So I'll double check on that right now. But yes, so they can't really, the positive bloods can't really go towards him, but if I'm not mistaken, and I'm going to check his post right now.
I think it's only AB negative
So,
because
but-
it's so rare, no?
But I'll check right now for that. But we'll go into the next topic. I just really want to hope everyone hears this plea. If you know somebody that can donate, please extend yourself. Go donate. He needs at least 4 pints of blood and a little bit extra for his surgery. Let's help out this BDF soldier. Come on now. Let's please come together as a community. It doesn't take that much. And if you know you need somebody, if you go to your walk through the way, do that, whatever it is. But imagine if you were in that place. So I'm sure you know family members that in that place that need the blood. So let's try to donate, guys.
Right. In our third topic this morning, this is one that I know people are get riled up about. But Vulcan's letter to the people of Gales Pointe. So let's start off with that. This is like a three-part Couch Talk topic.
Oh,
So this letter that was sent out yesterday from the White Ridge Project, or Vulcan, is basically saying that thank you for the meeting that occurred on August 20th. No, people, that when I read that doesn't get me in a wally mood. So I'm like, meeting? Oh, no, never just set up tent and then people just call, well, like people just come fast, and then realize what happened yeah, so, and then all of this about to happen. Anyways, the letter goes on to say that, you know what, they will take the villagers' word, they thank them for their concerns, whatever, but they will be pressing on with educating and with offering jobs to those persons who were actually interested in working for Vulcan. So the thing there, Renata, for me is classic divide and conquer. Classic divide and conquer. Not only will they be offering training and those things, they will be paying or promising the minimal amount of pay would be double that of what is minimum wage already. So let's call it $6.70-something an hour, right? So you don't know people had like the pick, okay, but you're a resident of Gales Pointe Village, and it's only to Gales Pointe Village residents. You're a resident of Gales Pointe Village. If you take that job now, where are other villagers they want to say? That won't cause a device. That's a divisive method.
It is. It's very strategic too as well. Because
Yes.
let's be honest, when we look at most villages or so forth, or economy on a whole, people are looking for jobs. They're looking for economic prosperity. They're looking for a way to provide for their families. Point blank, that is like one of everybody's main concern. Even if you are by yourself, you're still looking for means because money is how you basically get around, get food, shelter, all these things. And so going and appeasing to that need that you have
Yeah.
of getting a job. And what I think is so interesting about this, Brandon, is just like, so we are provide jobs now, but where? Because the project has not been approved by
no
cabinet
permits,
or anything
no
as
nothing.
yet. So how the jobs are starting? And of course, I understand the training, professional training, and all these things. But again, for what job? So it's kind of like they don't say, well, we are get approved. Like we started, but I'm still wondering where they want to work. Are they going to be sitting down and getting a paycheck? And in that case, that means you're kind of buying over people too as well if they're not doing anything as yet and they're getting paid for that. And I mean, maybe they say, well, the training I'll pay you for that too as well. But even in that
But you think, Renata, and I'm just thinking legally, people, legal mind thinking right now. Just like how we know some. Anyways, I don't know why this stuff. But sign a contract for a whole year, a contract of employment for a whole year or a whole 5 years. So it no matter, well, it could go both ways too, you know. Because, but they put some clauses in there sometimes. Sorry, I'm just having, loud thoughts. I'm having loud thoughts. But sign a person up for a contract of employment for 5 years, and then, you know what? So even if you say, all right, well, I want to take this opportunity and sit down and just get paid, no honey buns and oatses and everything out there so it's sweet, you are bound to that contract for 5 years. But on the flip side, if they don't get a permit, then you have to pay them people for 5 years.
Oh, wow.
They do nothing. But, like I said, these sneaky little clauses and what's not in there could actually just say, you know what, well, if we don't get no permit by year one, all of them get chopped off. They don't get no permit yet. Vulcan has gotten no permit as yet.
So that's why I don't understand about how you provide jobs when you don't even have a project as yet to really start. So what will you be doing? And again, I go back to the only thing I can think about is, yes, providing professional training for X, Y, and Z, but you're providing this and you're paying the people for this professional training. Okay, and well, you are training for however long till the project possibly starts, not possibly starts. What's happening
if it possibly starts?
That's why I'm like, I'm trying to connect the dots because 2 + 2 not the make 4 right now for me.
Nope.
I did 5.5. I just both. I don't know how the 0.5 get there. But
obviously, the 0.3.
So I'm trying to understand, and I go back to playing because these villagers obviously have a strong, standpoint. All of them are coming together. They put the signs out, and of course, as we know, maybe not everybody agree because obviously in the letter they saw in some kind of meeting somebody complain about jobs.
Yes.
And I think that's where this came from too as well because obviously the only way you could stop and say, hey, let me provide some jobs because if somebody don't give you the idea, normally you can't come up with it like that. So they're like, okay, this is what people are looking for. Let me provide that. Will that sway people's mind to say, make we do this project or no? Make we, relax or something? Because even in that self, you could turn people to say, all that bad, we get some money, make we try get something, blah, 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 etc.
That is exactly it.
No.
And that's where the divide occurs because you have the strong-hearted ones and we say, plain outright, no, we don't want to with land. And people have to remember the dynamics of this village. I mean, it's a maroon village. They're full of rebellion, people. So you could imagine somebody going away there, so again, not speaking it into existence, I rebuke it, but you want to split the village in half? We know how some villages go with their own villagers if they don't agree with them and what's not. Let's not go down that route. Vulcan, do better than that, no man. You say 2 + 2, now the other 4, I get A. But yes. I get a whole letter.
You get a whole letter.
But, so it went on yesterday and it was asked to the PM.
Yeah.
What about this whole Vulcan thing? What this situation? And well, like I said, poor Courtney again, man.
I know. To be honest, right?
She asked a legit question.
She asked a legit question based on what he was saying.
Yep.
So in my mind, I'm like, well, why this? I listened to his interview when he was talking, and her question because the way how he structured it is like, we still have to listen.
Yes.
So in my mind, I'm like, okay, but she's just saying. Unlike, other ministers that outrightly have said no to this, you're saying, let's hear it. Which is not like she's trying to point fingers. She's just saying, is that your stance? And then he and come with the next thing was saying, well, we have to take it in the cabinet. No, we don't say that. We're just saying that from your stance right now, from your interview, from the words that are coming out of your mouth, people can gather that you're just saying, I didn't directly say no. I would just like to hear them out before I say no, which is what he was saying. So I'm like, why you don't talk the legal for? So,
and then the thing is, so when she asked the question, he was like, I did not say that. Where you get that from? I said, we'll take it to cabinet. First time he hear cabinet in the whole interview, But anyways, yes.
So obviously it's going to be taken to cabinet. We do know that 2 ministers specifically have said that,
the Minister of Natural Resources, Lands, Honorable Colonel Hyde, as well as Dolores Balaramas Garcia, they've outrightly said no.
And so we know they're not having it. And so we'll see exactly because, there are just 2 people out of cabinet. So there's still a majority to be able to rule in and say yes or no. Obviously, we're going to see what happens from this. But let's stay tuned. I'm hoping, again, I'm pleading to the villagers out there, do not buy into the bait. be very mindful, hear things out properly or so, and also just be mindful that, you know, these big companies, they know what they do, you know.
Yeah.
They know, they're very strategic. And so
They think they know. They don't know we Crawford people. Proud.
That's true.
Proud and strong.
That's true. I do want to make mention, like I told you, Brandon, I knew how it wasn't just supposed to be AB negative. And a person in comment also confirmed, when it's cases like this, it's all negative blood types.
Okay.
So if you are like a normal...
A negative, B
So A negative, B negative, O negative, and AB negative, all of those people can be able to go and donate blood. So once you are negative, please go out and donate blood to Cory, Martells. Please go and ask specifically for him and say this is the blood for him. He needs 4 pints at least. So...
And people just leave... Fact, you could go to any hospital or any blood bank and they can forward that blood for you. So it does not necessarily have to be Belize or Belmopan or whatever. You could go anywhere and they will forward that for you.
So please do that.
And then the third part of our three-pronged Vulcan issue, there's a petition going around.
Yes.
Asking for signatures to petition for just a no. I forgot the actual site that they're using. I think we can share that.
We can share it.
Probably in the wrap-up we can share that. But there is a petition going around right now, and from what I saw yesterday, it was a good ways.
I think we did at 2,900 something.
Something like that.
It looks like a good amount, if I'm not mistaken, because I know Kevin had mentioned it to us as well yesterday. And so, you know, if you can...
It's change.org.
Change.org. So you can go out there. Guys, the things that I love about petitions that are online, you don't have to go. Meet nobody, sign it. All you need to do, press on it and sign, you know, the whole email process or whatever, just so they confirm that you are a real person, etc., etc., and then go from there. But if you stand in solidarity with the villagers of Gales Pointe, sign up that petition so that you are standing with them.
Exactly. So moving on to our final topic here this morning, a huge big up to Miss Jayda Brown, who is a footballer, Belizean footballer at Campbellsville University.
Yes.
So here we are on the screen with her. She is representing us well in university. She has been awarded was she awarded a scholarship? She was awarded a scholarship.
With the Football Federation of Belize has been highlighting her because, you know, in her games and so forth, she's been very proud with her Belizean flag. They're actually pushing an initiative, for female athletes and athletes in general to get scholarships to go abroad to study. So it's something that they're trying to push for. I know there are other organizations like BK Volleyball that does that too as well, for people that are in basketball and in volleyball and so, well, BK Sports because it changed the name. Apologies. But yeah, so on the same topic, I just really want to remind athletes out there, because I think just the idea of playing sports has become something that people don't take as much interest in because of seeing sometimes in our country we don't push it that hard.
You don't pay well.
And you don't pay well, and you have to have your own job, and then have to juggle things, and you have to be disciplined, and it's very hard and tedious on people, their bodies, everything, and I understand that. But do understand as well that if you put in the work, you can also be able to possibly get a scholarship for these things. They're not always full-blown scholarships, but that's still a step into the door to think about it.
Or look at other precedents. We've had Belizeans drafted into national teams.
Exactly.
So there you go with that.
So let's not give up on our dream, young people out there that, you know, are working whatever sport you're in. Let's try our best to push for it and get disciplined, because you can be a Jayda, you can be a million and one different people. I know a young man named Nick that's doing basketball. I know so much people that have gotten scholarships and are playing out there doing amazing things. So don't conquer yourself out. Let's push for it and big up yourself, Jayda. I'm so thankful for you, you know, repping Belize hard. Far from home, but home is always in your heart and never far. So
she got her flag, man.
Yes,
she got Belize penny back.
I love it. And so we carry you with us too as well. And so with that, guys, we're gonna go to our first commercial break. We have a sunrise for you.
Okay.
Who is this courtesy of? Because I don't know sometimes. I'm supposed to be sending my sunrise, but I say, you know what?
I did try to figure it out.
You try to figure it out? I feel like I said this before, you know. Like I feel like I watch it and you watch me back and I see.
It's like the Southern Highway.
It looks like that. It looks somewhere. But anyways, here's a beautiful sunrise from Carlos. Oh, more flowers.
All right,
okay.
there we go.
Big up yourself,
Southern
Carlos.
Highway, there we go.
Southern Highway, love it. Thank you so much for sending in this sunrise. We truly appreciate it. We are on a tour with you right now, apparently. Yeah. And I love it for us. And so with that, guys, enjoy this beautiful sunrise. And when